Cruises are sold as the ultimate dream vacation: luxury, relaxation, endless food, and exotic destinations. But what if I told you that behind the polished brochures and smiling crew members, there are secrets cruise lines would rather you never discover? From hidden fees that quietly drain your wallet to shocking truths about cabins, safety, and even the environment, the reality is far different from the glossy image. In this video, we're pulling back the curtain and exposing the 10 cruise secrets cruise lines don't want you to know. Stay with me till the end. You won't see cruising the same way again. When you book a cruise, the price you see rarely matches the price you actually pay. Cruise lines advertise all-inclusive vacations, but in reality, they've mastered the art of slipping in hidden fees that catch passengers off guard. First, there are gratuities or service charges that can add hundreds of dollars to your bill, sometimes automatically applied, even if you didn't receive exceptional service. Then there are port fees and taxes, quietly tucked into the fine print, which can inflate your cost by a surprising amount. On board, it doesn't stop. You'll find premium dining charges, where certain restaurants cost extra, even though you already paid for meals. Want a soda or bottled water? That's an extra fee. Internet access? Often overpriced and painfully slow. Even small comforts, like laundry or spa services, can leave you with sticker shock. Cruise lines depend on these extras because the base fare is often sold at rock-bottom prices. The strategy is simple: get you on board cheaply, then charge for everything else. This is the first clue that the cruise industry thrives on keeping passengers in the dark. Cruise lines love selling the dream of unlimited packages, unlimited drinks, unlimited Wi-Fi, and unlimited dining. But here's the truth. Those packages come with fine print that most passengers never notice. Take the drink package. It may sound like bottomless cocktails all day, but many ships cap it at 15 drinks per day. Order a premium cocktail, a fresh juice, or even bottled water, and you'll find it's not included. Wi-Fi is another trap. The unlimited internet often only covers basic browsing and messaging. Try streaming, video calls, or even checking work emails with attachments, and you'll hit frustrating restrictions, unless you upgrade and pay more. Even dining packages have hidden rules. Certain restaurants aren't covered, or you'll have to pay a surcharge for the most popular dishes. So while unlimited looks like freedom, the reality is carefully controlled to keep you spending. When you book a cruise, the photos of cabins look spacious, bright, and luxurious, but the reality can be very different. Most standard cruise cabins are tiny, often no bigger than a walk-in closet. Families or groups squeezed into these spaces quickly realize how cramped they can feel. Location matters too. Some cabins are placed right below the pool deck, near the engine room, or next to nightclubs. That means constant thumping bass, footsteps, and mechanical noises at all hours. Sweet dreams. Not always. And then there's the illusion of the ocean view. Many cabins sold as having a view are actually partially or fully obstructed by lifeboats or equipment. The glossy marketing photos won't show you that. Cruise lines are experts at staging photos with wide-angle lenses and perfect lighting. But once you step inside, you realize the space isn't what you imagined. Cruise lines love to market the idea of a floating paradise, but behind the polished image are health and safety issues they rarely highlight. One of the biggest is norovirus outbreaks. This highly contagious stomach bug spreads quickly in the close quarters of a ship, leaving hundreds of passengers sick. You won't see that in the glossy brochures. Then there's the cost of medical care. Ships do have doctors, but visits, treatments, or even basic medication can run into the hundreds or thousands of dollars, and most insurance plans won't cover it at sea. Accidents happen too: slippery decks, rough seas, or even fires. While safety measures exist, cruise lines don't advertise these risks, fearing it would scare off potential passengers. The truth is simple. While cruises feel safe, the companies carefully downplay risks to protect their image and profits. Behind every smiling bartender or cabin steward is a crew member with stories you'll never hear. Cruise staff spend months living and working at sea, and they see everything passengers do. From over-the-top demands to late-night drunken behavior, nothing goes unnoticed. Here's a secret. Crew members often have very different opinions about guests. Polite, respectful passengers get treated like gold, sometimes even with little extras or faster service. But the rude or entitled ones, they may still get a smile, but behind the scenes, the crew share stories and even warnings about them in staff areas. Life below deck is a world passengers never see. Crew cabins are tiny, work hours are long, and rules are strict. Yet, staff create their own hidden community, with private dining halls, friendships, and inside jokes about the people they serve every day. The truth: passengers are always being observed, whether they realize it or not. When your ship docks at a beautiful port, the cruise line will push their official shore excursions. But here's the catch: they're often 2 to 3 times more expensive than booking the exact same trip locally. Want to swim with dolphins, tour ancient ruins, or go ziplining? If you buy through the ship, you'll pay a premium for the convenience and the promise that the ship will wait if the tour runs late. But in reality, many of these excursions are run by the same local companies you could contact directly, at a fraction of the price. Savvy travelers often skip the cruise line desk and instead book online ahead of time or negotiate with local operators right at the port. Not only is it cheaper, but you'll often get a more authentic, personal experience. The secret is simple: official excursions are designed to drain your wallet, not maximize your adventure. Cruise ships advertise endless entertainment, but many of the most exciting onboard activities are really designed to make you spend more. The spa, for example, offers relaxing massages and treatments, but the prices can be higher than 5-star resorts on land. And after your massage, staff will often push pricey products you must take home. Casinos, bingo nights, and arcade games may seem like harmless fun, but the flashing lights and upbeat energy are built to keep you playing and paying. Shopping on board is another trap. Cruise lines highlight duty-free deals, yet many items are actually cheaper onshore or online. Even enrichment classes, like wine tastings or cooking lessons, often come with hidden fees. What feels like a free activity quickly turns into another charge on your bill. The truth: entertainment is never just about fun. It's another clever way to empty your wallet at sea. Cruise lines love to brag about their loyalty programs, silver, gold, and platinum tiers that promise bigger perks the more you sail. But here's the secret: many of those rewards aren't as valuable as they sound. Yes, you might get free drinks, Wi-Fi minutes, or priority boarding. But often, these perks are things most passengers rarely use, or that cost the cruise line almost nothing to provide. Worse, to reach the higher tiers, you'll have to spend thousands of dollars on multiple cruises. Just for benefits you could easily pay less for directly. Even the so-called free perks usually come with catches. Complimentary dinners may only apply to select restaurants, Wi-Fi credits vanish in hours, and drink coupons exclude premium options. In the end, loyalty programs aren't really about rewarding you. They're about locking you in so you keep coming back and spending more. Cruise ships may look glamorous on the surface, but behind the scenes, there's a darker side few passengers ever think about. These massive vessels produce enormous amounts of pollution and waste, often releasing sewage, food scraps, and chemicals into the ocean. While some regulations exist, enforcement is weak, and violations are quietly settled with fines. Then there are the crew working conditions. Many staff work long hours, 7 days a week, for months at a time, often earning far less than workers doing similar jobs on land. Living quarters below deck are cramped, and crew rarely get to enjoy the same luxuries they provide to passengers. Cruise lines stay silent about these realities because their image relies on being a dream vacation escape. The last thing they want is for guests to connect their relaxing getaway with the hidden environmental cost and human sacrifice behind it. Cruise lines love to advertise themselves as all-inclusive vacations. The phrase suggests that once you've paid, everything is covered: food, drinks, entertainment, and relaxation. But the reality? All-inclusive usually means partly inclusive. Yes, your ticket covers the basics: your cabin, buffet meals, and some shows. But step outside that bubble, and the charges begin. Want a steak dinner at the specialty restaurant? Extra. Craving a cocktail, soda, or even bottled water? Extra. Need Wi-Fi to check emails? Definitely extra. Let's break it down. A 7-day cruise advertised at $1,200 per person might sound like a deal. But add $300 in gratuities, $200 for drinks, $150 for Wi-Fi, and $400 for excursions, and suddenly, the all-inclusive trip balloons to nearly $2,500. It's not false advertising, it's careful wording. The all-inclusive dream is really a marketing trick to get you on board, where the real spending begins. So now you know the truth. Cruises aren't as perfect as they seem. From hidden fees and unlimited packages with limits to tiny cabins, health risks, and the real lives of crew members, the secrets run deep. Add in overpriced shore excursions, wallet-draining onboard activities, misleading loyalty programs, the hidden toll of pollution and labor conditions, and the myth of being all-inclusive. And it's clear, there's a lot cruise lines don't want you to know. The next time you sail, you'll see your trip with new eyes. But remember, these 10 secrets are just the beginning. If you want more insider truths like this video, subscribe, and stay tuned for more reveals. Only on Cruise Reveals.